Hey everyone, this is Hayden with the Sitka Gear customer service team. Today we're going to be going over how to patch a hole in your jackets, pants, mid layers, any Sitka Gear piece that you may encounter some damage with. You spend time out in the field, odds are something's going to happen eventually. If you catch your pants crossing a barbed wire fence, hit a stick just right, punch a hole in a jacket, we're going to apply a patch to that product to bring it back to waterproof, windproof, or just repair the face fabric of the garment. So we've all been there when you're out in the field, you put a hole in your puffy jacket, you see down flying all over the place. That's not a good feeling to have. We recommend being proactive for that kind of scenario instead of reactive by carrying a patch kit or some sort of repair tape in our pack, especially on extended hunts. We recommend carrying these OptiFade patch kits. These will bring a rain jacket back to waterproof, a windproof item back to windproof, or stop insulation from leaking out of a puffy jacket. If you don't have one of these patch kits, another good product is Tenacious Tape by GearAid. It'll serve a very similar function and comes in clear color. So this patch kit is going to work well to fix any tears in outer pieces, mid layers. Tears approximately 2 inches or smaller are going to be best for this patch kit. We want to make sure the patch is large enough to cover the tear on all sides. It'll work well on smaller burn holes. You're sitting around a campfire, you have an ember, burn your jacket. If you're in a pit blind waterfowling, you get too close to the heater and burn a hole, this should repair that back. In this particular patch kit, we're going to have 2 3-inch diameter circular patches and 2 2-inch by 4-inch rectangular patches. Now to go into what kind of tears these patches will fix the best, we have a linear tear. The rectangular patch is going to work best on that. That can cover up to a 3-inch long tear. This 4-inch patch is going to give us the needed 1/2-inch overlap on all sides of the tear. The circular patches are going to work best on larger holes or L-shaped tears. They'll be able to cover and overlap up to a 2-inch hole and a 2-inch length L-shaped tear. So now we're going to go into how to actually apply the patch to your garment. Today I'm going to be working on a dew point jacket. Has about a 1-inch long linear tear. So we're going to cut up one of these rectangular patches and bring that dew point jacket back to waterproof. Alright, so we have our dew point jacket here that has about an 1-inch long linear tear in it. The first step before applying any patch is going to be to clean the area as best as possible. I have an alcohol patch here. This jacket's pretty clean, but I do want to run some alcohol over it just to get it as clean as possible. That's going to allow the patch to adhere as best as possible. While that alcohol is drying, we're going to cut our patch to shape. This tear is about an 1-inch long, so we're going to want the patch to be 2 inches long and about an 1-inch wide, as we want a 1/2-inch coverage around the entirety of the tear. So now that we have our patch cut to shape, one final tip on cutting the patch out is to make sure to round the corners of the patch, as if you have sharp corners, that can help the patch come loose over time. You know, you rub your hands up against it, it can start to tear those corners up. So if we round those out, should be the most permanent repair we can do here. And the alcohol should be dry at this point. So we're just going to apply the patch over the tear. We're going to want to bring the 2 pieces of material as close together as we can. We don't want any sort of gap inside of the tear. We'll take the backing off of the patch and apply it just like you would any other sticker or decal. We're going to put some pressure on it and work from the center out to avoid any sort of air bubbles. And then just work that patch in, working from the center out in all directions. And if you're out in the field when you tear an item, you can follow these steps and get right back to hunting. It is able to be used right away, but the adhesive will continue to cure over the next 24 hours. If you're back at home after your hunt and completing this repair, I'd suggest putting it in the dryer for about 30 minutes on low or medium heat. That should help the patch adhere to the garment. If you have some spare patches, it's not a bad idea to reinforce this patch from the inside. Something I especially recommend doing on a rain jacket, sort of like your insurance policy out in the mountains, something we definitely want to have waterproof. So to reinforce the inside, we're going to follow the exact same steps. We're going to clean the inside with an alcohol patch, cut the patch to shape, which we've already done on the outside. So all I need to do here is round the edges to this. And we'll remove the backer, stick it on there, working the air bubbles out from the inside out. All right, so now that we have the exterior of the jacket patched and reinforced on the inside, I'm confident this jacket's going to be waterproof on my next hunt. Thanks for watching today. I hope this video was helpful in showing how easy it is to repair some of these smaller tears and holes. The next time you damage your gear, I hope you don't panic, but watch back on this video and get your gear in working order again.